Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like this parking lot is usually not like have people lined up. Yeah.
How far were the lines? Like they were like out the door?
No, it was halfway. It's from the door halfway to,
Wow.
which is unheard of.
Hello and welcome to my first election coverage. Live from the Spartan Newsroom, I'm Kelly Sheridan. We're live all day today with our first ever election coverage coming to you from Michigan State's campus. Our guest this morning is Michigan State alumni and NBC News correspondent Steve Patterson. Steve, I know we had some trouble connection earlier, but it's good to have you back. How are you doing?
Little bit of trouble, Kelly, but you know what? That's live television, right? I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. So can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing for the election today?
Yeah, so I'm working right now with MSNBC. I mean, obviously, like all the big networks have been covering this election from minute one. I'm sure everybody there knows that. And finally, it's the day, right? It's election day. It's, just a few hours left and we can get this all over with. So basically what we're doing is what you would do for any station across the country. We're just talking to voters. I'm at a polling place right now in Pennsylvania, in a suburban Philly polling place, which is very crucial for the state of Pennsylvania because it's a big time swing state. There's 20 electoral votes here that are up for grabs. In these areas, the suburban areas around Philadelphia always determines who carries Pennsylvania as a state. And so whoever gets these votes and canvasses the hardest here, generally they're going to win Pennsylvania. And that's a big indicator for who wins the presidential election. So the work we're doing is really identifying these key battleground states, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, trying to hit them and find out what voters are thinking and feeling and who they're voting for. And so it's been a lot of fun.
Yesterday, I know last night Hillary had a major rally in Philly. Have you seen anybody talking about that? What's it like? What are you seeing over there?
Yeah, I was a reporter, a local reporter in Philadelphia for 2 years before I came here. And where they were on Independence Mall, it's a historic site. It's incredible. And to have the amount of people, the massive people that they had, and the setup of they like lit the whole crowd. They had like all these musical acts. The whole town was shut down. It was incredible. I mean, everybody is still buzzing about it, even out here in the suburbs. We're probably about a good 30, 40 minutes outside of Philly. So I didn't get a chance to actually go and see it. I was credentialed, but I had to be out here and we wanted to make sure we got the important story of suburban voters. But I mean, it's been people are still buzzing about last night. And that's, again, the whole reason why they came there is because Pennsylvania is such a crucial state. Michigan is actually a real crucial state too, but normally it tends to go Democrat, and so people don't usually worry about it. But I think everything with this election this year is so weird that people are doing whatever they can to get the vote out. So that's just one more thing.
Yeah, you mentioned it is a weird election. Did you cover the 2012 election at all? How is this different, or how is this different from anything you've done in the past?
I mean, so one of my first assignments when I first got into reporting, I was a reporter in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was 2008. And I was reporting on, obviously, the historic election then, where we elected President Obama. And I mean, just the energy, the charged nature of the voters, the younger turnout, the different, demographics of people that were turning out for that election was so different than what we had seen before, just growing up and watching elections and knowing what the coverage was there. This is super weird because people are just angry. I mean, most of the voters that I talk to say they're not voting for Trump, they're not voting for Hillary, they're voting against Trump or they're voting against Hillary. And we've heard so much vitriol and anger and bitter discussion and nasty stuff. And I'm sure you guys see on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff. And it's just like, you get this sense today that it's such a relief, that people are just ready to be done with this. And so I think we're seeing that today. A lot of smiles as people walk out of the booth because they know there's only a few hours left. Even if your guy or girl wins or loses, it's going to be over soon, which I think a lot of people are thankful for, Kelly.
From a journalist's point of view, what do you think is the most challenging part of covering an election?
It's definitely it's getting your finger on what people think and feel, and how they're essentially going to get out and vote, and why, and all of those things are important questions, because it's difficult to let people need to know what they should be informed about. There's so much, especially in this election, where the media gets blamed for everything. And look, part of what we do is definitely part of that. We have a part to play in how these elections get covered, the information that gets disseminated back to the people, what people want to know and understand, and then what they need to know and understand. The thing about what we do is that, frankly, part of it is entertainment, part of it is ratings, a big part of it is ratings. So to learn how to do this in a way in which is disseminating for folks is a good breakdown of the information, the facts, the issues, and then what people really want to see. I mean, look, that dial goes up when we show Donald Trump. It's true. It just happens. So we have to be honest with ourselves about what we're doing and what we're able to deliver in an accurate, balanced way. Always that balance thing is a big issue. And sometimes it's not about balance, it's telling the truth. And in this election particularly, those things aren't matching up all the time. So it's always a fine line of what to tell people in which way and what people want to know compared to what they need to know. So those things are very important.
What do you think is your favorite part of the election, of covering it or anything involved with it?
I mean, I hope I don't screw this up, but hold on. That's my producer. She's talking to somebody. No, don't be sorry. I'm trying to show the people. So this is the polling location. It's like an elementary school or live truck or satellite trucks over there. But I mean, just the fact that I'm literally, I had good lighting here. Yeah, I'm literally have my laptop on the side of a car. And like, this is my office for the day, right? I'm in suburban Philadelphia. We're going to stay here all day. We just ordered some pizza and we're just talking to people. I mean, every time we do a story, it's someplace I would never go generally, talking to people I would never normally talk to. So getting out to meet people, to find out what they think, and how they are voting and choosing to do what they do, and just how they live. I mean, everywhere you go around this country, people are doing things in vastly different ways, but we're all connected to the same sort of humanity. So being able to find that, to see it, to seek it out, to write it down and to share it is really rewarding. It's just awesome. It's my life is an adventure. And this is all part of it.
Not long ago, you were in my shoes as a Michigan State student. How did the School of Journalism here help you or prepare you for where you are now? I
mean, immensely. Like, I look at that studio. That's incredible. We definitely didn't have that back in my day. But no, I mean, it was Bob and Jerry and Troy and people who gave us really strong fundamentals. People who work there now that taught me not only ethics, but the craft, and really to really dive in and love it and explore storytelling and writing, which is all so important. I mean, I think we see what the media is, and you can get the wrong idea and the wrong sense of what you need to do to be successful. And really, it's just being in love with this. I mean, that's the key thing. You know, I would say to anybody, if you fall in love with this job, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want to do. You can go wherever you want to go. But you have to have that heart. And I really learned that there, especially with Bob Gould, who's there. That guy's awesome, you know, and he taught me storytelling in a way in which I realized, you know, going from job to job, not everybody learned. Not everybody learned how to write really well and how to craft a story. And that's really fundamental and the most important thing you can do. And so, I mean, Michigan State prepared me for it.
Do you wish you were able to use this studio today?
Yeah, look at that thing. That's awesome. I've never seen, like, that is so cool looking. I mean, in my day, it was like a classroom. We had like I don't know what we had. We just had we had a basic camera. We had a little studio. It was like every week we would tape. And it was like, it was the most fun thing every week. But I think you guys are getting a real-time look at what this is. I mean, just people sitting there. I can see the network setup. I can see the different monitors. that's like how we do it. I mean, so you guys are getting real hands-on experience that is going to get you prepared faster than I was, which is awesome.
All right, Steve, good luck with the rest of your day. I know you got a busy day. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. You're watching live.
This has been the favorite part of my day, though, Kelly, so thank you so much.
I'm glad. You're watching live my first election coverage from the Spartan Newsroom on Michigan State's campus. Stay tuned all day for election coverage and interviews with Spartan alumni and live newscasts at both 6 and 8 tonight.